of his vultures didn't kill a single vulture. Like, Cute Angel, that was awful.
I don't understand how Frozean's micro is, like, worse than the lack of micro. Somehow they go in with equal forces, and he ends up, like, losing astronomically large amounts of units and only taking out one of his opponents. It's like he micros back the units that are attacking his opponent and, like,
Midas is trying to return the favor, wow. Did you see that? He lost like 2 rates, but just poor play. His scans came in late and just trying to shoot at the SCV rather than scanning and shooting at the wraith. I don't know if he had lack of energy or what, but that was not very good either. But it looks like he does have a couple rates left, and he should be able to pick off that starport. And both players getting up their second bases, so maybe we'll transition into more of a standard TVT following this up.
This is already a very, very weird game.
Midas, Cute Angel.
Midas are like definitely in a commanding lead. That tech is really important that he's going to take down the starport because if and when this does transition into traditional Terran versus Terran, Midas is going to be able to get a pretty respectable fleet of dropships before Frozean even has there's the first one, before Frozean even has a starport with a controller back in his base. It's floating back now, and by the time it builds a control tower and pumps out the first dropship, Midas will probably have 2 with a third one. Oh, tanks coming into play.
So imbalanced. Oh my god. Tanks are just gonna absolutely rape there.
Oh,
it's just like on Othello, the ridges on Othello, where it's just like you're basically gone if you let someone get it.
This is like the original match point where you could just like, I don't know, you can't just walk up to that ledge. I don't know. Lost Temple almost. Like, tanks just siege up and rape. It kind of it's not like it's taking down the gas, but it reminds me of Lost Temple. Tanks just siege up and rape.
And Cute Angel's bringing a lot of forces from both sides to try and clean this up, and I think he's...
And surprise, surprise, he's losing a lot of forces in the process.
Of course. But, I mean, like, in that position, you can't really expect anything else. He's going to lose a lot, but he's got to do it just in order to get his base up and running. And it does look like Midas is throwing out a lot of factories and finally getting his armory up, so he's finally going to start getting some Goliaths up, too. But, he was able to wait on his armory just because he was able to pick off the rates with his own rates, so once he won that battle, he didn't need to throw down an armory immediately. And hopefully Cute Angel knows this and has decided to go for early upgrades and tries to get that +2 ahead of time, ahead of Midas, because that will help him. Otherwise, going for that early army, if he's not going to get early upgrades as well, the forest Goliaths aren't going to help him too much just because Midas should be able to get a larger army out on the field.
In that last tank drop of Midas's, we saw so much how Frozean's proxy came back, like 8 minutes later into the game just to screw him, because he ideally would have had, it looks like Frozean is actually going to engage a smaller force of Midas's and pick off a unit without losing one, egad. But the appropriate response would have been a counter drop. Like, as soon as those tanks drop up on the ridge, you counter drop and take care of it and clean those tanks up. But Frozean didn't have a dropship because his starport was still en route back to his base and was still building a control tower, so he was forced to go in with a bunch of units. And as a result, he lost a bunch of units as well as a handful of SCVs and even some mining time in addition. Midas
is going to do it again, too. He's going to throw down those drops, but he's going to get countered as well by Cute Angel. Cute Angel's smart. As soon as he sees the drop come in, he'll go on the attack rather than the defense and really bring his forces up, and he might be able to do a lot of damage to Midas if Midas doesn't have too much in the back, and it doesn't look like he does. Only a few tanks there. So the tanks for Cute Angel, if he can position them correctly and not fail, he should be in a good spot to clean this out and at least take down one base, if not 2. And the SCV's coming up the line from Midas, not doing anything. And it looks like the command center actually blew up. It wasn't lifted. Cute Angel failed if he wasn't able to save that command center, so that hurts a lot.
Yeah, I was going to note that earlier, that those tanks were actually able to siege the command center. So it looks like it's going to be a trade in bases. But this definitely works to Midas's advantage because he's just cementing his lead.
And Midas isn't losing his second gas.
Yeah, Midas is smart. He knows, I've got float, I can float away, and tanks are like, we can't hit air. But I think the reason Frozean couldn't float, maybe he even tried to, Midas did have that one Wraith alongside. And finally, there's a counter drop. Looks like Midas tried to drop in, maybe to siege over that ridge or just to take out the gas. But finally, Frozean's able to clean that up. I'm going to try to rethink a little bit better. Go ahead, Digivu.
Yeah, and Midas isn't unsieging there. He's just going to lose all those troops. And it looks like there's a random tank for Midas out in the middle of the field. I don't even know how it got out there. Probably left over from that last attack. But it looks like Midas is going to come out here, clear out those tanks that are assaulting his base because, well, Cute Angel couldn't support it. He doesn't have a second base, so he doesn't really have enough forces to support it. And it looks like in response he's going to try and take his second gas at the inside 6 o'clock position, going to try and make a little bit of a comeback with a hidden base. But how long can that really stay hidden is a huge question because there are rates and there are dropships floating around. It's going to be hard to hide that. And it looks like Cute Angel's going to go for a drop of his own, and Midas is taking another base of his own. And it looks like it's going to come in at the same spot that that Midas did to Cute Angel, and Midas sees this coming very, very well prepped for this. So Cute Angel not going to be able to do any damage at all, no counter damage done, and Midas just getting a bigger and bigger lead every second that he doesn't get harassed. And as long as Midas, plays normally, doesn't do anything big screw up, he should have this game. I mean, he's just done so much more economic damage than Frozean has done to him.
Vultures, I have no idea what you're seeing, but I'm seeing vultures coming in from Midas into Frozean's like 6 o'clock base that he tried to establish, and just raping every single SCV. Only one saved by the time reinforcing tanks can come along. Am I ahead of you right now?
You must be, because I haven't seen those vultures yet, so I think you might be a little bit ahead, but that's okay. We'll be okay syncing this up.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry. It was all my fault. I feel like maybe we should have just restarted at the beginning when I realized I had the wrong stat. Guys, this is totally my fault. Please flame me in the comments. I loaded up the
coming
wrong
in right
stat.
now. I'm at game clock 1450, if that helps you at all.
Okay. So I'm like 30
Wait
seconds.
for Midas killing a Wraith for Cute Angel there. Now here come the Vultures, and they're just wrecking the world. Yeah, you're right. And Cute Angel's not responding at all for like the first 5 seconds, and I think he might lose every single SCV. Looks like he's getting 4 out of the base, and I don't think he's going to save any of them, because there's 3 Vultures. Oh, yeah, he saves like 2. All of 2.
One gets down. Hooray! Another victory for Cute Angel.
It's those little victories, that's why Cute Angel gets to keep playing, is because he gets those little victories.
Just like he victoriously managed to like lose wraiths every time 2 wraiths met his loss, and in a way you'd think that'd be a defeat, but that's a victory. So it looks like I think Frozean just threw up a supply depot to perhaps block a base of Midas's, or maybe like the Protoss do with pylons, just for like scouting purposes. Oh, but Midas is going to come in and siege that like 6 o'clock over the wall. He stopped mining in half of it and is going to be able to siege the gas and comsat station. And it's only like a matter of 5 seconds before he just unsieges and waltzes in there and kills it. And on the minimap, yeah, here comes Frozean with a reinforcing fleet, but the command center is lifting off and floating hopefully to safety, although there are 3 wraiths and there's only 1 Goliath there to protect it. Midas